But the rash is better for you, right?
Yeah, it's better. Ointment on it.
Good. Well,
I got
that was the starting horn.
Sorry.
Listen, dude, podcast. I'm Kyle, and with me as always is
Darren.
Yep. We're in a weird basement here.
I got some new art.
Yeah, you did. You got nice racks.
I got skeletons and deer racks around here.
Were those ones that you shot?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, these
Okay.
are awesome bucks that I've gotten over the years. Mom and Dad wanted them out of the house.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Dad's like, "You want them?" I was like, "Well, yeah, they're mine." So
So when they talk about an 8-point buck, that means they have 4 on either side, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So like
That's an 8.1, right?
1, 2, 4. This one.
That one splits into 2.
That one splits into 2 right there.
That mean that the 80-year-old.
That would be 80. That's actually 8. I got this one back in 2019 at 12:30 p.m.
Oh, you wrote on the inside, huh?
No, my dad did, yeah.
No, that's pretty cool. I've never really been a big hunter. My trophies are like got baseball trophies and then just like cool video game
Yeah,
stuff.
for me, it kind of comes and goes. You know, I'm a city boy at heart, but I enjoy that stuff, but I'm not like diehard into it, you know?
Yeah, I get it.
Like those guys that are like, they got to be out there. They got to be out there trying to hunt and stuff. I'm just kind of like, nah, not this time. I just can take it or leave it type deal. But no. So they're in the basement now. Basement artwork.
Okay. Well, today's a special day. You know why?
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday, and that means it's Super Bowl Sunday. And this podcast will probably be up after the Super Bowl,
Okay.
but we'll talk about the Super Bowl in a bit. We got to get predictions in there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get a feel for it. I'm excited. It should be a good game.
It's going to be a good one, I can tell you.
I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see the commercials too.
Yeah, I hear.
There's going to be some movies.
Yep.
There's usually a nice surprise in there too about a movie, but they're supposed to show a trailer for the new Flash movie, which has Michael Keaton's Batman in it. So we might have to go see that in theaters.
What do you think about Rihanna on the halftime show?
I think it's cool. It's not really my type of music, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought
She's kind of done with music anyway. She's worth like $1.5 billion now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's
Wow.
the only awesome. Like the song that she has out right now. It's just it comes to show like when you have an artist out like that and they don't have anything for a while. Well, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. They put a hit out for them.
Oh yeah.
So she's got like a top 40 song out right now, and it's not good. I'm sorry, it's not a good song, but it keeps her relevant. So it's good for her brand.
Yeah.
And especially if she's doing the Super Bowl. But
I really liked Katy Perry's halftime show.
I watched it yesterday
on
YouTube
because I knew all the songs and I liked Katy Perry and liked those songs.
I don't know of anyone who just didn't like Katy Perry, and then that actually wasn't too long after me and Ryan had saw her in a concert.
Oh yeah,
and her halftime show reminded me of her concert. It was like going to the circus. All the effects, and she came in on like this lion thing. I mean, that's kind of what the concert was. It was really cool.
I'm not too big a fan. I don't really listen to the kind of music that what's that Lady Gaga puts out. But I thought her halftime show was really good.
And I watched that yesterday too. Her halftime show. She put on a really good performance. Of course, she's a good vocalist.
Yeah.
I do like Lady Gaga.
We'll see. It's not something that I'm going to be like, oh, I have to watch this. It's probably I'll use the restroom during that time.
Say,
and if I catch it, I catch it.
Go get some snacks.
But I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be great.
So you all are going over to the Mobe's house again.
Yeah, we're going to Taylor Mobley's house. It's going to be a taco bar. It should be a good time.
Oh, cool.
Game starts at 5:30 our time. That means it'll end about like what 9:30, 10:30, depending on.
And I have decided not to go.
You're staying home this year.
I'm staying home. And
you worked yesterday.
Yeah, I did. No, I'm going to stay home and chill.
Yeah.
So after we get this podcast done, I'm going to go to the gym, come back, do some laundry and stuff, and then I'm just going to watch the game. Hey,
So, besides it being Super Bowl Sunday, there was a game that released this last week.
Get down. Chris.
And it's a banger, let me tell you. Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yeah.
Came out this last week. And I have to say, I wasn't as big of a fan. And not that I wasn't a fan, but I wasn't as big of a fan as Harry Potter as I was about Lord of the Rings and Star Trek and, a couple other things. But this game is what every Harry Potter fan dreamed of being. Growing up, even when I wasn't that big of a fan of Harry Potter, I said, I want an RPG Harry Potter game. And for those who don't know, RPGs, role-playing games, so you get to create your character. In this game, you can customize their hairstyle, their hair color, their face, their eyes, their eye color, their eyebrows, their nose. You customize quite a few things. And so that's what an RPG is. And that's my favorite genre of video games. And it's single player, which you don't see a lot of games do that. And
that's the reason I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Just for that reason.
Yeah.
Because I know I would get bored of it after like 10 minutes. I'd be like,
it is awesome though.
I've heard it's good.
This is a dream come true for Harry Potter fans. In fact, I know a lot of people who aren't gamers, but they like Harry Potter so much that they play this game.
Yeah.
You can fly on your broomstick. Mm-hmm. You can tame wild beasts and use those to travel around Hogwarts.
I hear you can fly on your broomstick, like in the castle and everything, just everywhere.
I don't know if you can do it. There are certain no-fly zones.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't tried it in the castle yet.
I had a Harry Potter game on. I still have it actually. Game Boy Advanced.
Is it based off the movie?
Yep.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
I don't remember which movie.
Because they did movie adaptations.
Yeah.
For games, but this is its own story. It takes place in the past, and it is
like before Potter.
Before Potter, yeah, it takes place in the 1800s.
Oh.
Yep.
What's he chewing on?
He was getting the installation.
Okay.
But I've had so much fun with this game. This is a game that really reminds me why I loved video games in the first place. It is that good. You
tweeted that the other day.
In my opinion, it's a contender for Game of the Year. It has ignited and inflamed, I guess I can't think of the right word, my passion for Harry Potter.
Okay.
Like I want to get into this world and I want to know everything there is about it. And it's just such a great game. And I really like it a lot. And so what's cool about this game is it's single player, takes place in the past. If it didn't have Harry Potter in it, it would still be a great game. It's beautiful looking. The customization is amazing. The relationships you can build with characters is awesome. What's cool about this game too is if you create a profile on wizardingworld.com, which we did and we'll talk about in a minute, where you take a quiz to see what house you get put in, you take a quiz to see what your Patronus is, and you take a quiz to see what kind of wand you have. If you create an account and you do all that, and then you connect that account to your game system, in the game, the sorting hat will recommend to you the house that you tested for on Wizarding World Online. When you get your wand from Ollivanders at Hogsmeade, which you can go to in the game, he will recommend the wand that you tested for on the wizardingworld.com. So it's pretty cool. And you can learn so many spells. You can learn, Arresto Momento. And you can learn, so you can learn the curses, the forbidden spells, but you have to unlock them in the story. And this game does such a great job of teaching you things in the story. You go to classes, you can make potions, you fight bad guys, goblins. This is a dream come true for any Harry Potter fan who's a gamer. And even if you're not a Harry Potter fan, this is a beautifully done game. And there are certain things that this game does well. Like I said, the story's amazing. But what really sets it apart too is that unlike a lot of big name games that get a lot of hype, this one lived up to it and it released completed. There weren't any big bugs.
Yeah.
There weren't any big issues with it that were like, I can't play this game. I'm going to wait 2 months for them to fix things. It came out and it was a finished game.
It's good.
So
who made it?
It's a company called Avalanche.
Okay.
And they're fairly new, but I hope this game becomes a blueprint for other companies because this is such a great game. And it goes to show that you don't need to create a multiplayer game. Bruce farted again. You don't need to create a game that is multiplayer. Like single player games still sell well. In fact, it broke Twitch records. It had like 1.7 million people watching.
Oh wow.
Harry Potter, like it broke records, and it's a single player RPG game. So it just shows that, and hopefully reinforces the companies, release a completed game. It can be single player, and it's just got to be good, and people will flock to it. And also, too, you have the Harry Potter IP there, and people grew up loving Harry Potter. And like I said, I've this has ignited my passion for Harry Potter again. Like I said, I want to watch the movies. I want to dress up as him. I want to see Harry in my dreams.
Cast a spell.
But this game is great. It's awesome. I have already put probably 10, 12 hours in it, and I haven't even completed much of the main story.
Well, okay, so there's someone at work who got it, and he says it's freaking awesome, and it's there's so much in the game. But he's like, it's $80, and I'm like, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. I always have been, but I don't think I can spend $80 on a single player game because I would get bored. I can't play video games by myself. I just cannot do it. So I guess I got to come over and play it on your console.
You should check it out. It's cool. I mean,
I've been watching a lot of gameplay on it, and it does look good.
And I think it's only $80 if you purchase the one where you could play like 3 or 4 days before, and it comes with extra, like a couple extra things.
Okay,
like you can customize like what your character wears and stuff.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm sure I'll fall under peer pressure and eventually get it.
I mean, it's a lot of fun, but yeah, I mean, you've said before you're not a big single player.
I can't do it. I get so freaking bored.
But this is awesome. This is really great.
Okay.
So much of the castle has these riddles and stuff that you have to solve. These to open up these doors that give you like items and stuff, and they have the staircase. Except the staircase doesn't move, but it's like the stairs are not there, and then you start walking, and they kind of come together.
Oh.
Yep.
That's cool.
And you can choose
magic.
Like magic, and you can choose what house you're going into, but. Like I said, the game will recommend a house based on either your Wizarding World profile, if you connect it, or a couple questions.
I was about to say, does it ask you questions? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I love it, man. It really captures the magic of Harry Potter.
Of the video game world.
The video game world. But before the
only thing one more thing that's preventing me from buying the game is you can't play Quidditch.
Not yet. Nope. And to me,
that's an update that's going to come out.
I'm sure it will.
Months.
I'm sure it's going to be a DLC.
Definitely
it's probably going to be a DLC.
Yeah.
So you have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Which, my opinion on DLCs is that if there's a game that I love and it gives me hours upon hours of entertainment, then I'm willing to buy a DLC.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So Quidditch isn't there now.
Imagine big Twitch streamers and stuff streaming Quidditch.
Yeah.
Harry Potter Quidditch instead of like Call of Duty and stuff. Like,
if
it's well made and it's good.
Yep.
And it's done good. Actually competitively made, dude, they'll hit it out of the park.
Yeah.
They really will.
And I think
it'd be as big as FIFA. It could. You never know.
Maybe.
Never know.
I wonder if in that, because I think everybody wants to be a seeker. So I wonder if in that game it would automatically put you into whatever role you're in. So whether you're a defender, whether you're keeper,
because
everybody wants to go for that big prize.
They should do it like in Rogue Company. Like you select like your character, your specialist, like right before the match. You should just like be able to select your position on the team. I don't know. I'd be with that guy who like goes around and beats him with a bat.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'll do that. I don't care about being a seeker. I wouldn't want to be a seeker.
You start casting spells.
I'd be wanting to like score goals. That's what I would. I don't want to.
Oh, I see.
That's what I mean. I'd want to get like points.
Yeah.
I'd be a defender too. Good defender.
Okay. Well, yeah, they haven't released.
We did a Harry Potter quiz a while ago that said like, what Quidditch player are you? At least I did.
I don't know if I did that.
I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but I did it, and I was a blunger, or
That's the one with the bat.
That's the one with the bat. Right? And he smacks the blungers around other players and stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just saying.
But yeah, you can fly around on your broomstick. And
do you have a Nimbus 2000? Oh wait, this is 1800s.
Yeah, I got a Nimbus 1800 now.
Wasn't the actual like Harry Potter books? They like took place in like the 90s.
Yeah, they did in the 90s. Yep.
Yeah, because that's when she started writing them, I think, or she might have started writing.
Yeah,
them like
I think they start like in 92 or something, and they go through 97.
Because even like
or 90,
even like the 9th movie, or maybe it was the 8th one where they were at his godparents' house or something. It still looked really
90s. Yeah,
90s.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't like some movies that they start having cell phones and stuff. No, none of that. It was very.
Yeah. No, I thought
90s, I guess.
Yeah, and that's interesting to think about, like, because when you're watching the movies, maybe you don't really think about it until afterwards, and you're like, "What era did this take place in?" You know, but I mean, I haven't seen the movies as much as I've seen the Lord of the Rings movies, but
so once a year, once a year, I have to watch all 3 of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, back to back. Lately, last year, I did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And I freaking loved it. I forgot how good it was. I love the Hobbit movies. And then I do Harry Potter. Like I'll watch like half the movie one night, watch the next half. I mean, so it takes me like.
And you
2
go
weeks.
out of order in Harry Potter.
I do got to order in Harry Potter by what mood I'm in, but I never start. I always end with the last 2. I never start or in the middle of the last 8 and 9. I always end with the last 2.
Cool.
In years past, I actually have skipped the first one.
Oh, really?
Because I've seen it so many times, it's like wore out in my head.
That's the way it goes. It's usually the first movie in a series is the one that's most watched.
Usually I'll start on like, I think this last year I think I started on the 4th one. It was the one after Prisoner of Order of the Phoenix. No, that's the second one.
Or is it Half-Blood Prince?
Half-Blood Prince.
Okay.
I think that's the one I always kind of like to start with because it's right when it really started to get dark. Of course, it really started to get dark in the Sirius Black one, the Dementor.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban one. But I like to get even darker. I don't know. There's just some, man. It was just they were so well made, the films, and I mean, I tried to read the books when I was a kid. I got through like the first page of the first chapter. I was like, I'm not a reader.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ride my bike. I think is what. Yeah. Well, my sister had all the books and she read them all.
Oh, she did.
Oh yeah. My sister was an avid reader, and I just wanted to play sports. But that was the difference.
No, that's understandable. I would like to read the books. I'd like to read.
I was just more of a movie person. I really was. I was just more of a movie person. But
I would love to go to Universal Studios and the Wizarding, whatever.
That's actually been kind of a dream of mine. I have a cousin. She's a little bit older than me, and she is a massive Harry Potter fan. And a few years ago, I think, well, it was probably like 5 years ago for her 30th birthday or something. They went there.
Oh, they did?
And they got the wand and they wave it and something happens or a curtain opens or something.
Yep.
And she freaking loved it. So
I would love to go there because you know what's funny is if I want like a pick me up or something, I'll watch people who go to like Disney World or Disneyland or like the Star Wars area or like Harry Potter. And this guy talked about how you have to get this special ticket because there's 2 different sides of Universal where one has one part of Harry Potter and one has another part. And if you have a special ticket, you can take the Hogwarts train from either one today. So yeah.
Dude. Yeah. We got to go.
That'd be awesome.
We got to go.
We got to look it up. Yeah.
We got to go.
Absolutely. It's expensive though. I mean, like they sell coffee for like $12, but usually when you go into places like that, you know you're going to spend a lot of money. So you're like, you know what? I have this much money saved up. I'm not even going to worry about money. I'm going to get whatever I want, because if I go, I want a wand.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a.
I bet they have like a snitch.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
And I'd get one of those.
Yep.
What?
You get a robe?
No, I don't think I'd get.
You wouldn't get a robe? I would.
No, I don't think I'd get a robe. I would get
a sorting hat. Would you get the sorting hat?
Yeah, if it was like depending on how it looked.
Yeah,
put it on a shelf somewhere where it looked cool.
Yeah.
But definitely a wand, maybe like a snitch. I have what's that thing that's really popular that people have, like the little characters and they have like a big head.
Oh yeah, Pops.
Pop something.
I think so. Yeah.
I got one of Harry Potter.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
I never was into that stuff, but
I wasn't either. But I saw a TikTok the other day of a guy. He goes to garage sales and gets stuff for like good deals, and he came across this dude. He had like 100 of them.
Really?
And I was like, and he had a Harry Potter one. I was like, that.
Yeah.
So I went on Amazon. Dude, some of them are expensive, man.
Oh yeah.
Like $30 for this little thing. So I got like the cheapest Harry Potter one I can have, and it's the one where it's the second movie where he got hit in the arm with a bludgeon.
Oh yeah,
his arm was all limp.
Rubbery.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like his like arms like dangling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to show it to you. I keep it under glass, so but I'll show it.
Okay.
We'll take
it's
it
in
out.
Your gun case.
Yeah. We'll take it out.
The only pop I have is of Harry Dunn from Dumb and Dumber, and it's when he's skiing.
Really?
It's his skiing outfit. Yeah.
Well, when I was looking at these,
but Maddie
things,
loves to collect them. She loves them.
I can see why. They're kind of cool little things.
And I got a Batman one from the new Batman that my in-laws gave me.
Oh, okay. They're kind of cool little trinkets. They really are.
I know they are.
And when I was going through them, I'm seeing all these other things. I'm like, dude, I want that. But some of them are going up to like, I think some of them are going up to like $60.
Oh yeah, the rare ones are expensive, man.
I'm like, dude, I'm not spending that much on something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. I got a Harry Potter one just so I can say I have one.
They are nice things to like put, to decorate with a little bit.
Sure.
Little collectibles. Well, we can't talk about the Hogwarts Legacy game without talking a little bit about the failed attempt to boycott the game by people because they didn't like J.K. Rowling's views on transgender.
I see why you're wanting to talk about her now, because I do remember seeing some TikToks of like some outrage over it.
This is how ridiculous it's gotten, okay?
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, a couple of years ago, J.K. Rowling liked a couple tweets and said some things about her opinions and thoughts on transgender people, and people didn't like that.
And the multiple gender thing.
Yeah.
Comment about that, yeah.
So she commented on that. People didn't like that. So Universal came out, and they didn't name her by name, but they said, we support transgender and whatever goes with that. And I don't necessarily agree with what J.K. Rowling said, but when it came to the game, there was an attempted boycott by, I would say, a loud minority of people. And
a loud minority of people? Is that what you said?
A loud minority.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A vocal minority, I guess, is what they would say. And they went so far that they created a website. People created this website where you can go in and type in a streamer's name and see if they stream the game or not. And then you can either flood them with hate comments or not watch them or something, all because they're playing a game which Rowling had no say in. It just takes place in the Harry Potter universe, and people are so caught up in this echo chamber that
good song.
That's a great song. That they think that anything that takes place in the Harry Potter universe is you're supporting Rowling and her views, even though she had nothing to do with the video game.
Sure.
So there's a couple things that come to mind. Number one is it's ridiculous that you can't disagree with what people say without fear of them trying to ruin your life.
Well, it's also kind of ridiculous that what you just said, if they're going to flood people with hate comments, aren't they saying that J.K. Rowling she has hate comments?
That's the thing, is people don't know how hypocritical they are with these things. That's what I'm saying.
It's if anything, it's even worse if you're going into like people like you and me or some 15-year-old kid just trying to play video games and stream it and try to have fun, and people are going in there, and because people are super hateful on the internet, we know that. I mean, I think it's going to happen till the end of time, till the end of the internet. I don't think there's any getting rid of it, but I don't know. That's extremely hypocritical.
No, it is, and what's crappy is social media can create this echo chamber for people where they can ban people they don't agree with, and they only follow people who agree with what they say. And I think that kind of created this idea that, we're going to boycott this game and it's not going to do good, and it's going to show a sign that you're like maybe you can't affiliate with Harry Potter or in any way.
Yeah.
And luckily the boycott failed because it had the highest number of viewings ever on Twitch. It broke records on
That's
Twitch.
great.
1.7 million people.
Good for Avalanche.
Yeah, Avalanche.
That's freaking awesome.
And, you know, like I said, hopefully it reinforces this idea of games, but it just got me thinking, like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with what Rawlings said, but I'm not going to try to hate people who disagree with me, or like I'm not going to try to cancel people because of their opinions. Like, and we've talked about this before with like the cancel culture stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to have difference of opinions. If someone thinks differently than you, you don't have to make it to where, like, you don't have to ruin their career. You know, and I think it's just absolutely ridiculous, and I think it goes to show that this game breaking records and not just on Twitch, but in sales, in terms of things like that. It just shows that logic and reason rules the day, in my opinion, and it's really kind of uplifting to see that. And yeah, that's really all I want to say about that.
No. You've obviously came prepared with that topic, so I really don't.
I just think it's ridiculous that
no, it's okay.
On a number of fronts, but even if Rawling was involved in this game,
I still think it'd be just as big.
Yeah, I think
I
it
really
would.
do.
I think it would. But
honestly,
also,
maybe even bigger because she would have been promoting it.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know. But I just think it's just ridiculous that people can't disagree with somebody anymore and just move on. It's like, I don't like what this person says, so I'm going to make it to where you don't get a chance to like them or something. That's just so stupid, and it's creating this problem where if you don't believe what the majority of people want you to believe, then you're going to get your life's ruined. Like, that's just stupid, and that's a society I don't want to live in. You know, and I think social media has perpetuated that, because it's easy on social media, first off, to act a lot tougher than you really are. You know. And it does create this echo chamber where you're hearing, you think everybody agrees with you on things that, you know. And, you know, I'll say it one more time because I like to repeat myself, and Maddie will tell you. Okay. But it's just stupid that people can't just disagree with somebody and move on. They have to disagree with them, and then they have to, like, put them in the ground. You know, they have to ruin their career or something.
Right.
It's stupid. Like, for me, if I disagreed with somebody on what they said, first off, I wouldn't try to boycott anything. I would just be like, I think what you said is stupid. Let's move on. Like,
that doesn't make the video game bad.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Bad. Obviously, people like it.
And
you
also,
love it.
Also, too, there's this Reddit group that kind of instigated the whole boycott thing, and then since the game is breaking records, they decided to post spoilers on their Reddit thing. So it kind of shows you that it really was never about standing up for what's right. It was about them trying to get their way.
It's just people that are bored.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
They got no life.
No. I think you're onto something.
They got no life.
Yeah. I agree. But that's kind of what I wanted to say about the J.K. Rowling thing. I actually think she's really cool, if just for the fact that it's bringing up these conversations where people are talking about it. But
she's cool.
Like I said, I don't agree with necessarily her take on the whole transgender stuff, but I'm not going to tell people what they can and can't believe, and I'm not going to hate anybody for disagreeing with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it boils down to. I think is maturity.
I think though she really changed like a generation. She
she
put a mark on a generation of kids our age.
Yep. Absolutely.
She had. Yeah. I think the first Harry Potter was the second selling book and ever to exist, other than the Bible.
The second best selling.
Mm-hmm. The Bible being the first.
I thought Lord of the Rings was up there though. I thought Lord of the Rings was like the second.
No. It was Harry Potter. I remember when that book came out. I was like when the movie came out. I was in the third grade. And I remember hearing that on the news. But I don't know if that's true. But
I love the Harry Potter universe. I think it's great. I think the game is just a perfect extension of that universe. And like I said, it really gave me this desire to like take as much in as I can.
I'm still glad, even like, what's it been 10 years since the last movie released?
The last movie released in 2012 or 2011.
Yeah, we're still talking about the movie. People are still wanting more of the Harry Potter stuff.
Oh, it's great. It's a legacy.
It just didn't go on the wayside. No. It's still going to continue on.
Have you watched the Fantastic Beasts movies?
No, I wasn't. The trailers didn't get me worked up about them.
Yeah, so they released that third one where they recast Johnny Depp because of the whole Amber Heard situation, which was ridiculous in my opinion.
Amber Turd.
Amber Turd, yeah.
Don't forget she pooped on his bed. Never forget that. She will always be known for that.
Yeah, she will. Yeah,
she's the Johnny Depp pooper, bed pooper.
Yep. But they recast that with Mads Mikkelsen, which I think he's a great guy.
Oh,
but the last movie didn't do. It's called Crimes of Grindelwald, maybe, or I can't remember what it's called. Maybe that was the second one, but that didn't sell good. So now they're thinking of like not doing that anymore.
Well, I think wasn't it last year they released some movie that was like about Dumbledore's life or something.
That's what it was. That was yeah.
Well, this is what pisses me off about the movie industry. They make something so good and then 10 years later they have to try to it's done. Yeah. It's done. You're ruining it. So I did not go see that movie. I actually really want to see it. But I was like, I'm not going to see it because I don't want to support the movie industry, Hollywood, or of course it's a British movie, but they're ruining. I wouldn't say they're ruining these legacies, but they're trying to make money off of them after they've already had their time, and it just needs to stop.
Yeah. Well, the first Fantastic Beasts was pretty good. It was pretty good, and then I think they kind of slowly declined.
Yeah.
In their excitement. But I mean, the Harry Potter universe has so much potential to tell stories. I would love to see a story of characters, because there's more than one wizarding school.
Oh yeah,
there's one in Boston called Ilvermorny or something like that. I would love to see something like a story that takes place there or something. Or they have the one in Russia with the all boys one, the all girls one in like Argentina. I can't remember.
Yeah,
something
I think
like
it was
that.
Argentina.
Like that.
I think you're exactly right.
I would like to see stories about that or something. And
that was actually one of my favorite Harry Potter movies with
the Triwizard Cup.
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah,
Goblet of Fire. Triwizard. Yep.
Triwizard Cup.
What's his nuts was in there? Who played Batman?
Yeah.
Peter.
No, it's not Peter.
In the Twilight movies.
Yeah,
and he played it so good. He played that part so good in Harry Potter.
Yeah, he did. He did really good.
That was actually, I think that was number 4. That movie. Well, I think Half-Blood Prince was number 5.
Can you name them? Can you name them in order? So we got Philosophers or Philosopher's Stone. The first one.
Yeah.
But it's not called Philosopher. What's it called in the U.S.? Sorcerer's Stone.
Sorcerer's Stone.
Man.
The second one is the Chamber of Secrets.
Yep.
The third one,
Prisoner of Azkaban. Fourth one,
Goblet of Fire.
Okay.
Then Half-Blood Prince. I could have those two swapped. I could have those two swapped. The Half-Blood Prince. Oh gosh. I know we got the Deathly Hallows in there, but I don't. Which is the
Deathly Hallows with the last two.
Is the last two, but I don't. Gosh, I don't remember the seventh one. I guess that's gonna bug me.
Let's see here.
Because I'm such a fan of the movies, but I can't remember the names. I just know what happens in them.
There's Order of the Phoenix, Goblet of Fire,
Order of the Phoenix. That's the one.
Half-Blood Prince. Let's see here. Okay. Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. Okay, what do you think is the next one?
I'm gonna say Half-Blood Prince. Is Goblet of Fire?
Yep, Goblet of Fire.
Dang, okay, I was right the first time. All right.
What's the fifth one?
Half-Blood Prince.
Nope.
Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
Then Half-Blood Prince.
Then Half-Blood, then Deathly Hallows 1 and 2.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I suck.
No. Hey, they're good movies. They're
great movies.
So we did take I call these official quizzes because they're with the wizardingworld.com or whatever it is. So it's like official.
This isn't BuzzFeed stuff.
This isn't BuzzFeed stuff. Yeah. So we took a couple quizzes, and we took quizzes for our house, for our Patronus spell, and then for our wand.
Yep.
So you already know what house I got, right? I told you.
You were Ravenclaw.
I was Ravenclaw. Yep, okay. I got Ravenclaw, which is the one I was like when the game came out. I was like, I want to try. Well,
when we did the BuzzFeed, we were both Gryffindor. I think.
I think we were. Yeah. But
no, I did. I was.
Are you Slytherin?
I was Slytherin on BuzzFeed. Yeah.
So this official one, you were actually.
I'm Gryffindor house.
Yeah. Are you happy with that? Like.
I guess I feel like it's just. I don't know. It is what it is. I really feel like I belong in Slytherin, though.
You do?
I do. Yeah. But not like Draco Malfoy.
Yeah, not
bad.
like a bad Slytherin.
I just feel like I'm more of a part of Slytherin.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe I'm just a bad Gryffindor.
It could be, yeah.
Maybe that's it. I'm just a rebellious Gryffindor.
Well,
I think I'm maybe on the line. I might be on the line.
So depending on the day.
Yeah, I'll have to tell the Sorting Hat which one I want.
Now, what about your Patronus? And the Patronus is the spell that would be to defend against Dementors, right? Isn't that what that is?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am I'm going to pronounce it Osacat or Akacat.
Yeah, something like that.
Which means I'm like a house cat, I guess.
Well, it means you have a lot of energy and
most days.
And you're loyal, I think is what that means.
I can see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're loyal. I
can see that.
Yeah. Well, my Patronus was the dragon, and the two things that stand out is that I read was leader, and then stubborn.
Stubborn leader,
or like you're set in your ways. Like you really believe in what you think is right, and it's hard for people to change your opinion.
See, that's me
on things.
That's me, dude.
Yeah. Well, also too, these quizzes are really quick. Like Yeah,
it was like 4 questions.
Yeah.
Give me like 100 questions, and then we'll.
Yeah, and then we'll talk. More,
yeah, then we'll talk.
Okay, now what about your wand? That's the last thing.
So.
Wait, first off, how long is your wand?
12 and a half.
Whoa!
What's yours?
10 3/4.
Oh, dude.
Dang.
Got little wood.
I got little wood. What is it? Okay. Dang.
But like every red-blooded American, God bless the USA, mine's made of cedar.
God bless America and gentlemen.
Yeah. and mine's made of cedar from the good old Midwest.
Okay.
I don't know. It's got a dragon core, 12 and a half length.
What does it say about your cedar wood? What does it say?
It says it's reasonably supple flexibility. Reasonably, though. It's reasonable.
Wait. Like if you click on it, that's what it says there? Click on the wood?
What?
Does it give you
it says, whenever I meet one who carries a cedar wand, I find strength of character and unusual loyalty. My father, Gervasi Ollivander, used to always say, you will never fool the cedar carrier. And I agree. The cedar wand finds the perfect home where there is I can't read that. And where there's perception. I don't have my glasses on, by the way. I would go further than my father, however, in saying that I have never yet met the owner of a cedar wand whom I would care to cross, especially if harm is done to those of whom they are fond of. Dude, get wrecked. The witch or wizard who is well matched with cedar carries the potential to be frightening adversary, which often comes as a shock to those who have thoughtfully challenged them.
Okay.
So there is some about loyalty.
I can vibe with that. Yeah.
I don't mind that. So don't you F around. You're gonna find out with me because I have a cedar wand.
Cedar wand. Can't get it wet though, or else it'll shrink.
We all got shrinkage, you know.
So my wand was elderwood.
It's old.
It says the rarest wand wood of all, and reputed to be deeply unlucky. The elder wand is trickier to master than any other. So let's see here. It says it takes a lot to tame it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It says the truth is that only a highly unusual person will find their perfect match in Elder. So it's unusual. It says it contains powerful magic, but scorns to remain with any owner who is not the superior of his or her company. So kind of maybe with the Patronus, like the leader type thing, maybe something like that.
I would say that's kind of a crappy description over the most rare wood.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they could have gotten a little bit more detail on that. Okay, but
what's your core?
So my core it's dragon core.
Ooh.
And your Patronus is dragon.
That's right.
Dragon heartstrings produce wands with the most power and which are capable of the most flamboyant spells. Dragon wands tend to learn more quickly than any other types. Damn right. It doesn't say that. While they can change allegiance if won from their original master. Oh. Kind of like the Elder Wand. It changes. You kill the dude.
Oh, you can take
it. It changes allegiance. Yeah. If won from their original master, in other words, killing them, they always bond strongly with the current owner. The dragon wand tends to be easiest to turn to the dark arts. Oh,
so you are kind of like you're maybe what did you say, a bad Gryffindor or like
I'm like a naughty Gryffindor or a good Slytherin.
You're like the Gryffindor casting spells in the boys' bathroom.
Though it will not incline that way of its own accord. It is also the most prone of the three cores to accidents, being somewhat temperamental.
Okay. So I had a Phoenix core. And like the Elder Wood, it says this is the rarest core type. Phoenix feathers are capable of the greatest range of magic, though they may take longer than either unicorn or dragon cores to reveal this. They show the most initiative, sometimes acting of their own accord, a quality that many witches and wizards dislike. Phoenix feather wands are always the pickiest when it comes to potential owners, for the creature from which they are taken is one of the most independent and detached in the world. These wands are the hardest to tame and to personalize, and their allegiance is usually hard won. Dang, I got a battle ahead of me. I got a fight ahead of me.
Yeah.
So we already talked about the length. Mine's 10 3/4. Yours is 12
and a half. 12 and a half.
And what this says is it really doesn't look like that.
I will say this. It says the following notes on the wand's length and flexibility are taken from the notes of Ollivander, the wand maker.
A wand maker.
Does yours say that?
Yep, it sure does.
Most are between 9 and 14 inches, while I have sold extremely short wands, 8 inches and under, and very long wands over 15 inches. Wow, this guy gets around. These are exceptionally rare in the latter case. A physically peculiarity demanded the extensive wand length. So it doesn't really say.
Pretty much what it's saying is that if you had one that was short, then you're lacking something. If you have one less than 9 inches, you're lacking something.
Yeah. Many small witches and wizards are chosen by longer wands. That's weird. I don't know why that makes sense, but.
So the final thing is flexibility. Now, let me say something real quick about that. Wand flexibility or rigidity denotes the degree of adaptability and willingness to change possessed by the wand and owner pair.
This makes sense because my description is reasonably supple flexibility, which the dragon core, it changes its allegiance.
Okay.
So my wand can change its allegiance. And it's prone to go to the dark arts.
And it's adaptable. It's adaptable to different magic. Okay. So mine is hard flexibility, which means pretty much that I'm like me, I got a stubborn wand.
Well, loyalty and stuck in your ways or something, stuck in your beliefs.
Yeah. So that's I think I'm pretty satisfied with this.
That's exactly what it says. I was right. The adaptability and willingness to change possessions by the owner. Interesting. The wand chooses the wizard, Harry.
This is what I love about Harry Potter is anybody can be a wizard. Anybody. You know what I mean?
Well, we're mudbloods though. Oh, you can't say that.
Muggles.
Muggles.
We'll have to beep.
Mudbloods are
we beep that out.
The mixed blood. They got dirty blood.
Are you pretty satisfied with your?
I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I like my wand.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I do like my wand. That's my favorite part, I think, is the wand part.
At Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City in March or May, there's a guy there that makes wands. The one I have.
Didn't you and Ryan go to that last year?
No.
Oh, that was the Halo.
Not Ryan. That was me and Ryan went to the Halo thing. Yeah,
that was the Halo thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll go with you.
Yeah. Well, I start work this week on Tuesday.
Oh. Why not Monday?
Because Tuesday's when they do the enrollment, and plus also too, my schedule will be Tuesday to Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
So.
That's right. Okay.
But yeah, final thoughts on Harry Potter. I love the game. It is 10 out of 10. It's got amazing scores. It's broken records on streaming platforms. People seem to love it. It was released. This is something that you don't see from a lot of games. It was released as a finished product.
Yeah.
It had maybe a couple bugs in it, but they weren't like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, and making headlines. Yeah. It was a completed game from start to finish. It had so many side quests. It is immersive. It's a beautiful looking game. You can do everything you ever wanted to if you lived in the world of Harry Potter.
Could you just go around killing people?
No,
like GTA.
You can't do that. It's not like a GTA sim. But it does have dark wizards.
I would do that to everybody. Something.
Well, yeah,
something from the trolley, dear. I'd get her.
Yeah.
I'd get her ass.
Well, what's cool about this game is I'm sure they thought that through because they.
Oh yeah.
You learn spells as you go, and it's really cool how they teach you. It's through doing side assignments for professors.
Is there a story mode? That's what I want to know. Like,
so
you and your first year student.
Actually, you're a 5th year transfer. And they did that, I think, so that way you already have some spells you know.
Okay. I kind of figured, well, you can probably play like a story mode where you start as like a first year and you ride the boats.
Yeah.
Or something. But if it's not really going based off the books or the movies.
Well, so you're a 5th year transfer and you get, and I won't spoil anything, but there's events that happen before you actually get to Hogwarts. And then you get to Hogwarts and you get sorted, and then
I've seen the gameplay on those events.
Okay.
I think I saw Jack Frags.
Oh, okay.
Did it, yeah.
So there's not necessarily a story mode, but you can change the difficulty to be a story-driven mode to where it's like you won't die to bad guys. Like I mean, there's still that potential.
Well,
but
there's a part in it where you learn how to fly. Like you fly around and then yeah.
So like I said, this would
be. It looks massive.
It's big. It's big. But one thing that I think this game doesn't do is it's not too big. You know, I think there's a lot of games that like they are just so overwhelming with things. This game does a great job of opening up the world in steps where it's not overwhelming.
Well, it's condensed or it's
and it's not that the map is necessarily small, it's just that like I said, they open up the map in steps.
Okay.
So you start off at Hogwarts, then you go to Hogsmeade.
Dude, you're convinced me to buy the freaking thing.
It's awesome. And you customize what they wear. I mean, you can wear. So they have
Can I go shirtless?
This is another. No, actually, if you try to take your clothes off, you're in your pajamas, and it's like a long jumpsuit, and it's got like 3 buttons on top. It's funny, but this game has something called transmog, which is something that a lot of games didn't release with, and they should have. This is another thing that says this game was completed when it was launched. Transmog is a system that allows you to change the way your clothes look without changing the statistics. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're like one of the highest level players and you get a set of armor that has some of the best statistics in the game, like good armor, good defense, good attack, whatever. But you don't like the way it looks. Well, now you can change the way it looks without changing the stats. And that's what transmog is. And this game has that.
Okay. And
you can unlock things by just doing story missions and side quests. And, you know, if you ever just maybe the single player is too long of a story for you, and maybe you just want to play it. It's almost like a movie. It's almost like sometimes you're not even playing a game. You're like in a movie.
Okay.
And I mean,
games like that are fun.
Kind of like Sea of Thieves, where the ocean just looks so beautiful that sometimes I'll just want to log in and just say, I won't even do anything.
It's peaceful.
Yeah, like Harry Potter, you could get in there and it's beautiful. So you just
fly your broom.
You can just fly your broom. You can see the sunset. I mean, it has like, sunset, sunrise and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Dark. Okay, that's cool. Night and day. And it's cool because certain things only work at night.
What only works at night?
Certain things.
Oh, like spells?
Not spells, but like certain items you can collect.
Oh.
It's amazing. It's just amazing. I for one will probably buy the DLC. I would assume they're going to make a sequel. In fact, what's cool is that supposedly, according to the lore, that the next year you're at Hogwarts is the year of the Triwizard Cup. So that might be cool to play.
Okay, that would be cool
in the sequel or something.
That would be cool. Okay,
but
that'd be all right.
It's a beautiful looking game. It was complete when it released, and I know people who aren't gamers are like, "Why would they release a game that's not complete?"
That's the trend lately, though.
It's a trend because companies try to do this live action or this live service gaming model where they keep updating the game. So they say, "Oh, just get the game out there, have people play it, and then we'll update it to get it." And that just doesn't work. That just doesn't work. So.
I miss the days, man, when I had a GameCube and it was just me and Medal of Honor. And I played the campaign 50 million times.
You played that on GameCube though?
I had it on GameCube.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Medal of Honor Rising Sun is what it was, and they actually had to where you can do 4 controllers. I had 4 screens, split screens on there. Me and my sister spent a whole summer playing that game, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I'll have to talk to my sister about that if she remembers that. Like that one summer, we did nothing but play Medal of Honor Rising Sun on the old GameCube. Or Luigi's Mansion.
Medal of Honor was like the original Call of Duty. Like Medal of Honor was before Call of Duty, and it was good. It was really good.
They made really good campaigns. Really good campaigns. I was actually watching some old gameplay on Medal of Honor Rising Sun like a week ago. And I was like, damn, this looks like shit. But at that time, dude, 20 years ago now, almost 20 years ago, dude, that game looked awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Looked awesome, man.
Yeah, I was talking with Zach about this the other night. Is like, whenever we have kids, I'll show them like Halo and
I thought he had a kid.
Gears of War. No, Halo and Gears of War. And I'll be like, man, these games are awesome, aren't they? And then our kids will be like, these graphics suck.
You mean you have to use your hands?
Oh yeah, from like Back to the Future. Yeah.
That's like a baby's toy.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But Harry Potter Legacy, love it. Amazing.
Okay.
So let's talk about let's transition here.
Okay.
To the big game today.
Yep.
Is that my stomach?
That was you.
Oh shit.
That wasn't my stomach. Oh great. Yeah, let's talk about the game. Predictions. What is your prediction, and be real? Yes, we live in Kansas City, but you got to be real with this prediction.
Yeah.
Here.
I think we have. So let me tell you this, in case you didn't know. Okay. Mm-hmm. The AFC Championship game, we were missing a lot of people.
Yep.
We were missing 3 wide receivers. Mahomes wobbled about halfway through the game. We were missing our top cornerback, and I think we were missing a linebacker. And we made it work. I feel pretty good. I think originally I wanted to go with a score of 38-20 Chiefs. Yeah, I know.
That's quite a gap there.
But the score that stands out to me is 38-20 Chiefs. That just stands out to me.
Want to know mine?
You go first. Yeah.
I'm going to say my prediction is going to be 32-28 Philly.
Okay.
That's my.
I think it's going to come down to the wire, or do you think?
I think it's going to come down to the wire. I really do. I think this is going to be extremely tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be fought till the end.
Oh yeah.
But I think that Philly will pull it off.
Okay.
I really do, and I want the Chiefs to win. We've talked about in the pocket. We talked in the last podcast. I don't really care whether it doesn't affect my life one way, shape, or form, so it doesn't matter to me. But I want the Chiefs to win. If they're playing, I will support them. But I think they're going to fall on this one.
You see, I
think they're going to fall on this one, but it's not going to be a shutout. They're going to play. I think they're going to play well.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to maybe have a couple mistakes in this game that will just put Philly on top, and Chiefs just time's going to run out.
In the AFC Championship game, you were there. Mahomes tried to throw a pass, and the ball just flung out of his hand, and they got a turnover, and we were driving. Yeah.
I think there's going to be a couple little mistakes or stupid things that happen that's like, what the hell? And I am going to watch the game. I'm going to have it on. I am going to watch it. I'm not going to a Super Bowl party because, for one, I just want the night in. 2, if you go over to someone's Super Bowl party, and if it's like it's like that the game's halfway done and I want to go home, you feel like you can't go home.
Oh, I see.
You got to stay. Not that I don't want to hang out with my friends, and then I don't want to deal with a grown man crying whether they win or lose. There's my reason. I don't like people around me who take things and it's nothing against those people. They take things way too seriously that I don't take seriously. It's just like, shut up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully.
Okay.
I say that respectfully. I don't want to hate on anybody for it. You guys like football. That's great. But I just want a night in. I want to be able to watch it and it be quiet.
Yeah.
No one's talking.
Yeah.
I do want to sit and actually watch the entire thing.
I do want to
without distraction.
I do actually want to watch the commercials.
No, that's the reason too. Because when commercials start, people are going to start talking. When I want to sit there and watch it, I just want quiet around me when I watch the game because it's the biggest game of the year. It really is. This is an event every year, and I want it to be quiet.
Yeah. Man,
it's like the last time I threw a Super Bowl party, everyone was down here chilling in the basement, and you, me, and Maddie were upstairs because we actually wanted to watch the game. Quiet, and it was.
Yeah, I think you had the game on this little TV.
I had the game on that TV too, and I just wanted to watch the game in peace and quiet.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do this time. I don't feel like I can do that at somebody's house.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. Okay. Yeah, 38-20 sticking out, but realistic.
I don't think they're gonna. Even if Chiefs, can't pull it off and everything, I don't think it's gonna be that much of a blowout. That's a freaking blowout.
I think 24-17 Chiefs. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
24-17.
I don't think the points will be that low. These are both high scoring teams. I don't think they will. I really think they're both teams are going to play very well. Both teams are going to have a couple mistakes, but Chiefs are going to make the mistakes at the wrong time.
I think for me, I see the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will win. I think the Chiefs will win. I'll tell you that because I don't think the Eagles, and I might be wrong, I don't think the Eagles played very good quarterbacks.
No, they don't. But that's not to say they don't have a good team.
Yeah, no, I know. But it'll be a good challenge. I think this is Philly's
year.
Think so?
I think it is. I think they're going to pull forward, and then the next couple of years they're not going to do as well. I think this is just one of those years where they're just going to play extremely well and then win it all.
Yeah.
It's just their time.
Regardless of if the Chiefs,
think it is.
Okay, if the Chiefs lose, because there's all this talk about a dynasty. What are your thoughts on a dynasty?
And I'll go into another tangent here. They say that there's no I in team and one player does not make a difference. Sometimes I think that's total bullshit. Look at Brady. Look at Peyton Manning went to the Broncos. Look at these teams. Calm down, dude. Just threw something in the trash. So I don't really like using the term dynasty. They were using the term dynasty when the Royals went to the World Series in 14 and then won in 15. Or I think that was the years.
No, you got him. Yeah, you got him.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the right years. Yeah.
And dude, but that's baseball for you. Baseball is so much more up and down trades.
I think in baseball it's much harder to create a dynasty than in football because baseball there's no cap, there's no
You ain't lying?
I ain't lying. There's no what's it called? Salary
cap, yeah.
There's no salary cap and baseball
baseball to me is this is why I love baseball so much because it's more behind the scenes. It's more of a chess game to me behind the scenes than football. I'm not saying that football isn't like a chess game. I'm saying there's a lot more strategy in getting players in and out than baseball.
I see. I see what you're saying.
That's why you'll trade a guy. He'll play 2 games and then he gets traded or he's put back down to the minors.
Yeah.
It's quick, and it's so much more difficult to make. To make it.
I'm excited for baseball this year. I'm excited to play MLB The Show on Xbox. It's gonna be so fun.
You and Caleb, man.
Caleb and I need to.
I was gonna say, we need
to start up a thing where
I just liked coming on and playing a game while you guys were playing baseball because to hear you guys get all competitive and stuff, it was great. I loved hearing it. I just liked hearing you guys.
Maybe this summer we need to start like a series where it's like every Tuesday and Thursday we play a baseball game against each other.
Yeah.
And live stream it and stuff. Okay, so Chiefs Dynasty. My thoughts are what makes a dynasty. I actually, I don't really care about that. But what I'm going to say is this, though. 4 out of the 5, actually, every year that Mahomes has started, they have been in the AFC Championship game, and they have hosted it.
Mm-hmm.
The first year, we were an offsides penalty away from going to the Super Bowl. Second year, we went and won. Third year we went and lost. Last year we lost to the Cincinnati. And then this year we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So yeah. I'll just say that like I
don't know. They're just a good team. That's the way I view it. They're a good team, and they are better.
I like this matchup too because it's kind of poetic. It's Andy Reid's last. It's Andy Reid used to coach Philadelphia.
Yeah,
and then it's the two Kelsey brothers.
Yeah. So you hear about this petition
to get his mom to do the?
And it was up like 100,000 signatures, or no, it's like 10,000.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? That'd be pretty cool.
I think they should.
Yeah, because you don't know what's going to happen again.
No. They should do that. They should just have her go out, flip the coin. I really think they should. Chris Stapleton is singing the national anthem, which I really respect his music and his art, I guess you can say. So
who would be your if you could do like who you want to do national anthem and who you want to do the halftime show? What would be your?
Oh man, the national anthem, I really think that Lady Gaga would be good for.
You think so? Yeah, I think
so. When she did the Super Bowl halftime show, 2-3 years ago, when she jumped off like the stadium, she's like, there's like the drones behind her. Yeah. Her opening act as far as a halftime show was very patriotic.
Yeah,
and she was singing "God Bless America" and stuff. I totally respect that because that does not happen enough. We had a lot of patriotism around her show. I really think that she'd be really good to start off.
She's got a good voice.
To start off a national anthem. I really do. A halftime show, oh gosh, it changes so much. But I mean, I would love to see like Switchfoot or something. I'm going to say that. But like realistically, I mean, obviously, Switchfoot would never do a halftime show or ever get offered or ever be even thought about. But unfortunately, because I think they're amazing. I thought the Coldplay halftime show was great because it was very about togetherness and it was very positive.
When did they do that? I don't even remember.
I want to say 2014.
It did?
I watched it the other day, too. I watched a lot of halftime shows over the last 10 years when I was at work yesterday.
Yeah.
And Coldplay, I thought, did phenomenal because it was very about oneness and it brought people together, and that's what forget the lead singer's name of Coldplay was like. It's all about
Chris Martin or something
like that. He's like, it's all about love and being together. I love that kind of stuff, that positive energy. But and then you had like Katy Perry on, which was like a circus. It was so good. I don't think Rihanna, as big as she is, and she has a massive fan base, massive worldwide fan base. I think they just had no other choice.
What's important to you for a halftime show? Is it knowing the songs and the music and liking that genre, or is it they're good showmen?
I think good showmen. So Katy Perry, I thought, put on a phenomenal show. I mean, she was just a great entertainer. But Lady Gaga, she's an entertainer through and through. Dances, sings. I mean, she you can tell when she performs, she's putting all of her energy out there, her heart out there. One thing that a concert I will never forget was me and Ryan went to go see Garth Brooks back in like 2016 or something like that, 2017. And I'm not a Garth Brooks fan. I'm just not. Never really have been, but he's a 9-time Grammy winner. But during that show, he put everything on. Dude, he is dripping in sweat. There was one point where he just laid on the stage singing because he was so exhausted. I mean, he put everything out there for his fans and his performance. That's what I want to see. Bruno Mars, I thought, did phenomenal. He put on a great show. Justin Timberlake was a dud for me. Was a major dud. I didn't think he sounded that great. I hated the part of Katy Perry's halftime show when Missy Elliott came out. I remember watching that halftime show live and Missy Elliott coming out. I was like, dude, seriously? Come on. Yeah. Like, let's. And then Lenny Kravitz came out. I wanted it to be just about Katy Perry. But I love the Black Eyed Peas. They were a dud too. I thought they were kind of a dud.
I think for me,
it's okay. To answer your question, I guess to say it's not about genre. It's really about showmanship and making something that visually looks really, really cool. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's just
I think for me, what builds my hype is knowing the person who's doing it and liking their music. That's what builds my hype. And then when I watch it, like Lady Gaga, I don't listen to her music. I never have.
Yeah.
But when she came on and then she jumped off the roof, I said, okay, that kind of got my attention.
She's daring,
and I thought that was good. I thought that was good, even though I didn't really.
Well, when I saw Katy Perry in concert back at Sprint Center years ago, like 2014 or something.
That was Lady Gaga I'm talking about too.
Yeah. Okay. She swung from the ceiling.
Oh, she did.
I love artists that do stuff like that. They're like there's certain bravery around their performance. Justin Timberlake was just kind of like doing like shoulder bumps and like it just wasn't. It was boring.
I think if maybe they had a good performer and then they just did covers of like really popular songs, I think that would be awesome. I love that. But anyways,
Rihanna is a good vocalist, but I don't think she has as much energetic. I was looking at some of her live performances, and she just wasn't that. It just wasn't that entertaining.
Oh yeah. No.
Who was it last year? J-Lo and Shakira.
But then Snoop Dogg came out too, and like.
Oh no! Last year was Dre, Snoop, and like 50 Cent and stuff.
Yeah,
the year before was J-Lo and Shakira, and I have zero respect for J-Lo. She's insanely overrated. She can't sing.
Okay,
she's a dancer. I will say she's a talented dancer.
Yeah,
that's how she got her start. J-Lo's not good. I don't care who you are. Shakira is internationally known. Worldwide, Shakira is known because. She's Hispanic, and much of this world is Hispanic.
Yeah,
and so she had a lot of support there and stuff. But J-Lo, I'm sorry, you're a joke. It was basically just an ass fest. That whole show was just about shaking ass. That's all it was. That's all she has going for is her looks, and frankly, I don't think she's that attractive. But
I think,
and Shakira, during the show, I respected more of Shakira's performance and vocals than J-Lo's, and I'm biased because I just don't like. I do like Shakira. I don't like J-Lo. She gets engagement rings like they're fucking ring, or excuse me, like they're ring pops.
Yeah,
I mean, she is just not. She just looks mean too.
Yeah,
she looks like a mean woman. She just does, and usually. I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of people. She just looks kind of.
You are a Gryffindor man.
She just kind of looks bitchy. I don't know.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool, and of course, I'm probably a little biased, but I think Metallica has enough hits that they would do a good halftime show.
So that's. I remember back in like the early 2000s when I was a little kid, they had Bruce Springsteen, they had the Who.
Yeah.
They had they had bands, they had entertainers that actually played a guitar and drums.
Yeah.
And they don't do that. Of course, they did with Coldplay.
Maybe Post Malone would be a good halftime show too.
I think Post Malone, he's not there yet. I think they need to wait a few more years until he hasn't had an album out in a few years, and then he'll release an album at the beginning of that year to bring his relevance up. If there's no Super Bowl halftime announcement and Post Malone just randomly comes out with a single that's a total banger, you know he's doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Okay.
That's just how it works. That's how the PR and the marketing works around these people, and that's how they brand them. But I think Post Malone would be phenomenal as a halftime show. I think he's earned it, but he's not there yet.
And see, I'm not even a big fan of Post Malone. I know a couple songs.
I'm a fan of Post Malone,
but I think he'd be pretty good.
Yeah, I think he'd be really good. But yeah, Metallica, I think you're dead on with that. I think people would love that.
You know who I would love to see?
But not enough people like that genre.
I know Metallica, Foo Fighters, Pearl Jam. I would love to see Pearl Jam.
Foo Fighters is completely overrated.
Yeah,
they're a very overrated band.
Yeah.
They're more about the nostalgia of the David Grohl, who was part of Nirvana, which I also think was a very overrated
I'm
band.
not too big a fan of Foo Fighters, but I think they have good music. But
I don't.
Anyways, I'm biased towards rock. But either way, I'm probably I'll catch the halftime show and we'll see. We'll come back and
I really believe that, like I said, Switchfoot before, kind of jokingly, but I really believe that I've seen them in concert now twice. And some of their music, man, I don't know what it is about. John Foreman, who writes a lot of their music, is the lead vocalist of them. His lyrics just do something to me. And a couple of their songs, a couple of my favorite songs, is really about togetherness and positive.
Yeah.
And that's what we freaking need at these Super Bowl halftime. I want positive lyrics. I want stuff that brings people together. You know, I don't I don't like seeing like this Sam Smith BS from a couple weeks ago. It's just dark and nasty, and then you got like bands like Coldplay that do a halftime performance show that it's just positive and makes people happy when they watch it.
What if
I want to watch something, a performance that just makes me happy or gets me pumped up. The Lady Gaga one did that for me, dude.
Yeah.
You watch Lady Gaga on that stage, dude. She's singing and dancing her heart out, and she still sounds pretty good. And you can tell she put everything on the floor. That's like, it gets me pumped up. Like, look at her, dude. Dude, you go, girl. Like, seriously. Like, she's freaking rocking that.
What about Five Finger Death Punch?
No.
What?
No.
They
as a halftime show.
They actually have some good songs. No, you're right. Yeah,
we also got to think about what sells, who's big right now.
That's why I said Post Malone.
I was about to say, I think you were dead on when you brought up Posty, but I think he's got a few more years.
Yeah, okay.
Like Rihanna, I looked her up. I thought she was over 40. She's only 30.
Has Justin Bieber ever done a halftime show?
No, but the thing is, Justin Bieber is still putting out hits. He's still doing stuff. He's not irrelevant yet. I've noticed that when it comes to halftime shows, it's the people that were starting to
past their prime,
starting to come down. Beyonce was, like Taylor Swift. Yeah, Taylor Swift is like, I don't know, she's 31, 32 years old, and she's still putting out hit albums.
Yeah.
And I don't think she'll really slow down until she's probably 35 or in her upper 30s, and then maybe by the time she's like in her early 40s, maybe they'll get
when
her.
Katy Perry did it, she was
past her prime though.
She was though. Okay.
She was a lot of the hits that she did at the Super Bowl. She did 5-6 years before.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I think at the Super Bowl halftime show, she was probably only 30 or 31, but she was done. I
gotcha.
I mean, she really was.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll see, man. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully, like I said, the only thing that would really mess up the Chiefs is if they make some stupid mistakes.
And I think they will.
And you think they will?
I think the Eagles will too. But I don't think they're going to be the timing is going to be a little bit better on their side.
And maybe the Chiefs won't capitalize on them or something.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way.
So we'll see. It should be a good game. I am looking forward to the commercials. I will watch a little bit of the halftime show just to see how it is.
There is a big debatable commercial that's coming up.
The Jesus one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sparking petitions and stuff.
Why? Why?
You know,
I'll tell you what. Whoever's behind that ad campaign,
I know why, but
is really good though. Like
they raised $100 million.
I don't even know what that's for. I don't even know if it's for like a church or for a cause or something.
No,
but those commercials are really good. Like they add a relevancy to Jesus that like maybe not a lot of people are familiar with.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool. I didn't know there was a big controversy, but
there's a massive controversy.
What doesn't cause controversy anymore? Anytime anybody gets upset or doesn't agree with you, it's a controversy, and people have to make a big deal about it and try to make it to where nobody gets a chance to support it. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
But we'll see, man. I'm excited. Should be a good time. I'm excited for some tacos too. And
I think I'm gonna order some Chipotle, make a night of it.
There you go.
I'm gonna DoorDash some
chips.
Chipotle,
there you go. Okay.
Some Chipotle and hang out.
Well, our next podcast we'll have to talk about the Super Bowl.
I'll talk about the Super Bowl.
So final scores. What was yours?
30-28 Philly.
Okay, I'm going. What did I say? 24-17.
You said 38-20.
I said 38-20 Chiefs.
Yeah.
But then my second one is 24-17 Chiefs. So we'll see.
I think that's closer.
Okay.
But I think it's going to still be higher score.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see everybody next time.
Bye.